Let's see it.
Yes! Welcome, everyone. My name is Ivy Ramirez, and with me is my co-creator, Marlene Gamble, and we have the first of many guests, one half of Cancelled Creations, the very hilarious Derek Leach, and this is another episode of Fuck Customer Service.
So, I'm excited that this is probably our first three-way. No, your first three-way, not mine.
Yeah, definitely not my first three-way.
It's not my first three-way, guys! I'm not the square here! Come on!
Oh, okay, triangle.
Oh my god. I'll try anything once. No, I'm kidding.
You'll try that one more than once. Let me tell you.
My goodness.
Oh my god.
Calls, right? Calls, guys.
Yeah, no,
My
we're
mom
talking about
listens to
calls.
us.
You guys, come on. Head out of the gutter.
You knew who you got on the show as a guest. You knew who I was.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. Guess what?
What?
We are doing it. It's finally here. It is finally here.
What's here? Amazon?
No. Conspiracy theories.
Shut the fuck up.
Marlene
Dude.
has been waiting for this episode. Her whole fucking life has been preparing her for this moment right now.
Yes. Dude, hours of Discovery Channel. What is it? No, history and
Really,
history,
anything on the
mystery,
internet right now is all...
anything
Yeah.
on the internet. E-bombs world. Come on. Nobody? Really? Fuck you guys.
I'm not a part of this world. This is your fucking show right now. Like, you,
I'm not sure where you're going with the E-Bombs World part. I'm going to be honest with you. Like,
There's some crazy shit
I'm
on
not
that.
sure you're going there.
Like, honestly, if that thing is still up and running, I mean, I found some crazy things. I think that was, like, the beginning of the black or dark internet or dark web. I think that was, like, the beginning of it because I seen some crazy shit and I stopped looking at it. But there's some, like, no more. We had the dial-up, so you had to wait for that fucking video to load. And it's like, dude, I spent 3 hours. I'm gonna watch it. And then it's like, what the fuck did I just watch? You're like paranoid for fucking months.
3 hours of load time for just like 15 minutes of regret.
Yes.
That's what E-Bombs World was.
Exactly where I was going with this. I kind of remember the times where you would even go and like try to download a file. And then it's like, you have it on your computer. You're just like, I feel dirty.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that time, really, is like, because like that's like back in like the AOL and Earthlink days, right? Where you like got all those free CDs for like 30 minutes of internet time, right? It's like, you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No, it
You
was
would
like a
find
month,
those
wasn't
CDs.
it?
Yeah, it was a month, and you would find those CDs everywhere. It's like you go to a store, you buy a pack of gum, you get a free CD. You're in labor, they're like, here's your child, and here's your AOL CD.
Right? My God. You're like, yes, I needed a new update.
Oh my god. I can't do it. Have you guys heard? What is this fucking bullshit? I feel like this is some bullshit here tying to that. Why the fuck do they now charge? They have tiers for access to AOL. I lost access to this one AOL profile that I had many fucking years ago. I go to do a reset.
Uh-huh.
And they said that's not allowed to be done unless you have one of their tiers, starting at $5.99 or $4.99, something like that. But when you call, they try to sell you on like $20 or $40 for a tier for AOL. AOL.
I thought...
Everybody's already online.
Right?
America is online. Like, that is our world now. Why am I going to pay for it? I don't give a shit if I don't have access to this anymore.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Wait a minute,
my
were you
God.
saying
Like, what?
that they were trying to charge you to like reset your password?
Yes.
What kind of...
Yes.
Who does that? Like, how do you even market that, right? Is it like For the low price of $4.99, we can help you reset your password. What the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
They didn't even offer it like that, though, Derek. They said, like, yeah, and this will allow you to unlock all these tiers, and we have this and this. And I think the most ideal one for you is and the fucking perfect pitch person was on the phone. Like, I'm just like, okay. And she's like, and it's only at a very low cost of like $29.99 or $39. What I forget what it was just absurd pricing. And I'm just like, wait, so I need to pay that in order to get access to my own account, to unlock my account, to reset my password? And they're like, well, we can actually, okay, so we can do it for less than that. We can do just the reset itself, but then you miss out on all these other features that I was just mentioning. But for $4.99, we can reset your password. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Jesus. That kind of sounds like the hooker outside 7-Eleven.
I was thinking that same thing. It's like, okay, so at this point, we've already established that you are a prostitute. Now we're just negotiating price.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like, okay, to be able to get back into your car, give me a blowjob.
Oh, you know what? The blowjob's too expensive for you. I'll settle for a handy. Okay, I'll settle for a handy.
Okay. Yeah. For $5, I'll give you a handy and you'd be on your way.
For $5, I'll just flash you. How about that? Just something super minimal. And I'm like, all I want is my password reset, bro. Why are you trying to offer me the world online that already exists online? Like, America is online, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Right? Jesus. So what conspiracies are we going to hit on right now? What are we going to do?
I mean, the world is your oyster. You guys, between you and Derek, I don't fucking know. Like, you guys, this is all
Pyramids,
you guys. You guys are
aliens,
walking me. You guys are walking me
Mothman.
through this shit.
Wait,
like,
so
how deep are we going here?
So wait, hold on. Ivy told me something the other day, which I think might actually be a fantastic place to start this, is that you may actually be a flat earther?
Who said that?
Ivy told me that
I guess
thought it
if
was
she's
actually
kicking
possible.
me out of the closet.
Oh my God. I said this would be interesting to unfold because Marlene has a high attention for this type of stuff, where it's like, you got Flat Earther, Dome, you got Truman Show. You
have all that shit. But let's get back to, you might actually be a flat earther.
Maybe, but I'm not like die on the fucking rock flat earther. You know, I'm still like, you know, I'm wading in the water. Like, maybe it feels nice in here.
What even makes that sound remotely possible to you? Like, I have to understand. Like, what is the evidence leading you to believe that it may actually be a thing?
Well, I'm not so much flat earth. I think what gets me is I'm more of like, I don't know if flat earthers believe in the fucking dome. Like, we're like in this encapsulated little area, and perhaps that's why we see the curvature of the earth, because it's the reflection of the fucking dome. Who knows? But what I do see, because I used to work outside, okay? 90% of people, or like, I don't know, this is just me. I feel like most people work indoors now. So our adventures that go out, whether we're going to the car or like going to the groceries, we're in, we're out, we're back in our house. That's the typical day for everybody. We're always inside somewhere. So me having years of working outside and seeing weird shit that happens throughout the day, like it would be, well, this leads back into, wait, it might go into chemtrails here, but like, it would be like a fucking clear, crystal clear blue day. Fucking one airplane would pass, and then 30 minutes later, it's fucking cloud cover. It's like, bruh, what the fuck was that? Mind you, we did live by the ocean, but it didn't roll in the same way. It would roll in from the land, not the ocean into the land. You know? Typical
abnormalities in the sky.
Yeah, typical, like, I grew up near the ocean, so it's like you see that shit rolling in, like literally a cloud just rolling in, covering everything. And then all of a sudden, moods change because the sun's gone.
Yeah.
But flat Earth, or the dome,
it's like a mix. Anytime that you've described it to me, Marlene, it's like a mix of both, because it's like they'll use the same hashtag on both videos. So then I don't know, again, if the dome is part of the flat Earth, but anytime I've seen these videos pop up, it's like it's always with hashtag flat Earth. And so I'm really needing to be, I guess, educated on what they actually believe, which I guess, Derek, it sounds like you know more about it.
Well, no, I wouldn't say no more about it, but...
Well, I'm just saying anytime I see the flat Earth, it's tied into the dome thing. So it's like, okay, so do they believe both? Is that what it is? And we're just like in a snow globe?
Well, no, it's because like I have pictures of clouds that literally have shadows behind them. Or it's not even a cloud. It's usually, I don't want to say chemtrail because it's not always chemtrail. It's, the smoke that the fucking planes leave.
Mm-hmm.
I seen one where it was a shadow that was actually leading in front of the fucking airplane. So I was like, okay, so there's a shadow, the plane is moving, and I'm like, no, the plane is actually going with the shadow, like in front of the shadow. Like that was the trajectory.
Trajectory.
Oh, I think I'm having a stroke. Okay, it's going that way.
Trajectory, yeah.
Yeah, okay, we're not saying that one.
Trajectory.
Trajectory. Yeah, it was going like with the shadow, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I took a picture, I sent it to my husband. He's like, no, babe, focus on the mail, do your job, shut the fuck up, come home. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, sorry, I'm looking at the air again. I'm looking into the clouds. Squirrel. Focus. Bring me back. Do my job. So I'm sorry if you're ever on my route and I lost what I was supposed to do and you got your neighbor's fucking mail. There was a shadow in the fucking clouds, okay? Flat earther moments.
Hashtag
I'm
flat
back.
Earth moment.
I'm sorry you
Oh
lost
my
your
God.
mail. Flat earther moments.
Your neighbor, I hope you're nice to so they can give you your shit.
Right. I mean, what sides do you have on this though? I'm intrigued, Derek, to know what do you have against it?
I ask, like, what evidence do you have? And basically, I got a lot of words back, which boils down to atmospheric winds blowing in different directions.
Well, winds are gonna do that.
Yeah, winds move in other directions. Like when you have any force, like especially like, so if you're flat earther or not, like you know that the Earth is rotating, right? So it's like flat earthers believe it rotates on a disk. That creates winds, but also that wind also creates counterwind. So depending on the height you are in the atmosphere or the other spheric layers, the winds can blow in other directions, which is why you can see the clouds going in the opposite that you normally see.
Right. I mean that's why I'm like not a hardcore like flat earther. It's because like I know wind patterns and I know like how outside works. It's just
Right.
So it's like, okay, those things, it's like it's gonna happen. Like you're gonna have one cloud going off that way and one cloud going off that way because it's not all there's different. It's kind of like the ocean current. There's different currents.
Exactly.
But I mean, when I see a rocket launch, because I used to live right next to Vandenberg. They just did a launch not too long ago. I think this morning, actually. And I would always find it weird that the rockets, even before Flat Earth or the dome or, just as a child, I always thought that it was fucking weird that all the rockets always fucking curved. Like, it would have that arch. So, like, in my mind, space, you're supposed to go straight up into space. You get to that stratosphere level, and you disappear. It's like, okay, so then why am I still seeing it, though? So it's going up, and then, like, I'm listening to the, space station, the space channel, and they're like, yeah, successful launch, we're in space, la da da da. And I'm like, bro, I could still see it. Like, it's right there and it's coming down. Like the arch actually looks like it's coming down. And like, if you draw a circle and you have that same kind of arch, it's like, it's going to come back and it's going to hit the earth, which is why like, I was like, okay, well that makes sense that they do it over the ocean. But no, fucking Elon made that thing where it just like reparks itself. It like came back down and it parked itself, and everyone's like losing their shit. But so it's like,
in fairness, he was able to park that. He was able to park that rocket better than I can parallel park a car. I'm just saying. Like, say what you will about Elon Musk, but holy shit, the landing of that rocket.
I'm not bashing him in any way, but I mean, like, we literally lost our shit because we thought that thing was coming down on the, like, where we were at. Like, we're like, fucking cavemen seeing fucking fire for the first time. Like, holy shit, just freaking out. But
everybody give him blowjobs now. Go, 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 go.
We settled for handies earlier, okay? We said no blowies, only handies.
He is our leader now. Boobs everywhere. I don't know what I was talking about.
The trajectory that was falling in, like, it curves. But I mean, I would say that's the same with like bullets.
Mythbusters actually did that years ago. Where like, I mean, they had a hard time doing it. Because like, if you have like it angled even like 1 degree, it can throw the trajectory somewhere crazy. But like, they were able to shoot one straight up and it came almost perfectly straight back down. It's just really hard to shoot perfectly straight up. But in the case of a rocket launch, they actually do, because they have that guiding pole to get them to go straight up for the first short while. But yeah, then the winds and everything hit it. Like, the reason everyone is so impressed by the parking of that rocket is because of everything you were talking about before, how it shouldn't go straight up. Like, there's a lot of engineering, like the moving of like the fins and flaps and everything to get it to land perfectly down. Like that's why it had never been done before.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also a lot of rocket launches that, happen. Like, there was a launch that happened in Vandenberg, and people from Mexico, people from Arizona, New Mexico, and Nevada actually seen it. It was a blue, I don't know, I was trying to look it up, but I couldn't find it. It left a blue light, like, streamed across the sky, and it was just like, that's kind of crazy that everybody is seeing this thing, but it happened right over my house. My mother was in Mexico, and she said, "Oh my God, there's something happening." And I'm like, "Bro, that's right over the house." She's like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah, whatever you're seeing is happening. They just launched whatever that was from here."
Well, I mean, wouldn't that be like, just like if you see the moon, it's like you could see the moon anywhere. It's in the sky.
I was literally about to talk about the eclipse, because it's the same concept, right? Like, when that, like, remember a few years ago when the eclipse came out and everyone was losing their minds, wanting to get like photos and shit of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's still in one point, right? But so many people in the country.
I just thought it was kind of crazy though. Like,
that's another big one for Marlene. Yeah. The moon landing.
Bro, come on.
Oh my God.
We're getting the stuff out there. We're talking about it, Marlene. You can't hold on to these.
Okay, we're gonna go there. Fine, you want to go there.
We're getting the gloves off. We're getting into this battle of the conspiracy minds here between you and Derek. Go.
Oh my God. I just want to know why we haven't gone back. And why Obama said that we don't have that level of technology to go back, and we can't pass through the outer limits of space to get back to the moon, or some fucking bullshit. And then it was like, because there's too much radiation or some shit.
When was the original one? In the 70s? 60s? 70s?
60s? Well, not only that, okay, who filmed the fucking moon landing? If everybody was inside, did they have like an outside selfie stick sticking out of the fucking thing, and then they're like recording themselves fucking land? Or did somebody hop out of the spaceship, fucking set up the tripod? Because we're talking about cameras from the 60s. And then say, okay, this is where we're going to set up. Launch that shit up in the air. We're going to slowly float back down. 1, 2, 3, and go. They say, oh, the flag is waving a little bit. Any kind of movement is going to make movement. It doesn't have to be like wind.
Yeah, because of the lower gravity.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the initial landing. The video was of the space shuttle landing on the moon. it wasn't from the space shuttle looking out of a window and then saying, okay, now we're gonna fucking go outside and we're gonna go set this up and we're gonna do this and this and this. No, it was, we're landing on the moon, and then shot from the moon up to the sky, spaceship landing.
Yeah, that
What
angle.
the fuck?
That angle had to like already be.
Yeah, somebody already had to fucking.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like
we fucking call the Martians and be like, bro, we're coming. You gotta get this footage. Okay, and then the other thing.
I feel like I need to watch that video again. I haven't seen the moon landing in a while. I don't remember it landing, but I mean, if you're right, yeah, that's weird as fuck. I never thought
Unless
about that.
I'm watching other videos that are just messing with my fucking head. But I mean, that's
Mandela
what I
effect
see.
right here. This is the
know, right?
Mandela effect.
Mandela effect. Oh my god. Yeah, and then so it's like, okay, and then so how did they have a live stream? Because wasn't it a live stream? Everybody was watching
At the time?
Yeah, everybody was
No.
watching in their living room.
Was it actually live? I thought they watched the videos when they got them, like the video. Like,
Maybe it was
when they
a live
returned.
stream of the plane, like the plane of the video. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, because like I remember from like certain articles and shit I've read in the past that like we've landed on the moon and everything. It was like a newspaper article and shit, and that's how people were aware of it. Like they weren't watching it like live as it was happening. It's like I'm pretty sure there was like a premiere of the broadcast.
No, because my
of the
grandma told me
footage.
she watched the moon landing.
Yeah, it was probably the premiere of the footage.
Maybe.
That sounds right. I think because that, I mean, they kind of do that shit nowadays, right? Like where they'll say, oh, they got exclusive footage or something of whatever, and then they
come out with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they interrupt the shows to show exclusive. We got the exclusive footage of and it's just like, okay, but it's not live. So the news part was live, but not the actual footage. I mean, that's another argument that people throw into this, really, because it's like, well, if it was, if it was all attained at that time, like, again, how did they film it the way that they filmed it, though? That seems like, and then you have all of these nods in movies and TV shows that always argue for the fact that it was staged and there's an actual stage. And I mean, I don't know if it was a recreation. It could have been that. But it's interesting that they have... There's so many holes in the moon landing story.
I mean, it wouldn't put it past them to like fucking just do it in some fucking Hollywood studio just so the Russians could be like, what the fuck? And just give it up.
Yeah, we were competing with Russia, so like the need for propaganda was definitely there.
Yeah. So that could be it. They're like, we can't fucking get our rockets off the ground, but you know what? We have a fucking Disney studio down the street. Let's go over there.
Well, there's the conspiracy of what's his face himself saying,
Yeah, Buzz
like
Aldrin.
audio clips and stuff or interviews about him actually saying, dude, we never fucking went up there. It's all a lie.
And how he always looks depressed and shit. Like when little kids ask him, like, "Oh, how was it going up to the moon?" And he's like, "Well, we didn't go up to the moon." And then like he busts a little bubble. We didn't go to the moon. Where's my vodka at?
I need a drink.
I need a drink. Fuck you, kid.
Yeah. But I mean, and going back to the original argument that you said, Marlene, okay, so if we did it and we had that limited technology back then, why haven't we gone back? Okay, so you could say radiation, whatever. Still, we know what the problem is and we have a way to overcome that. Like, why haven't we gone back? It's the same argument for evolution. People have this whole, they're all up in arms like, oh no, we came from apes. And it's just like, okay, so why haven't I seen a motherfucking monkey turn into a human? Hasn't there been enough time?
Right? Exactly.
I'm not saying I completely disbelieve in it. I see the references in the skulls and everything, all that stuff that they point out. But if that happened at one point, when did it stop? Because it's not like you can just tell, hey, apes, stop turning into people.
Right?
Okay, let me ask you this. Why aren't butterflies born as butterflies?
That's not the same argument here, though.
Exactly.
No, it is the same argument.
It isn't.
Because if the argument you're making... No, it is. It is.
Yeah, but
the argument you're making
they have the
is-
DNA structure to go through those transformations. Apes don't have the DNA structure to go through a transformation
Right.
to become a human. So the the transformation, if it were true, we would fucking birth little monkeys, and then we would wait till they pop out and be humans.
Yeah, there's a whole like actual evolution that occurs in the species itself. You even see it, when it's in the cocoon, and then it it goes in there as a cat. Like you see all of this shit. You see the transformation.
Yeah,
you see
it
the
happens.
evolution.
That's
so
the
I want to
evolution,
just,
so-
I want to see the evolution of man. I don't want to just see photos of where things are similar. I want to see the actual evolution, because again, you would think that curious minds would want to see that and be like, oh God, we proved evolution. And again, if we just go back to just the title itself, it's theory of evolution. It's not a fact. Anything in science really is a theory. And then saying, okay, it would logically make sense that this is how that happened. But okay, we have the theory, apes into man. Okay, my God, let me fucking see a fucking ape turn into a man at some point or another. We're now in 2022. How has that not happened?
Right? Bigfoot.
And again, it's not that I'm completely in disbelief.
You see,
of
I don't
it.
think
I'm
it
not
was actually
completely
monkeys,
throwing
right?
it.
No.
I'm not throwing it
Yeah,
away.
I mean, I definitely see your point. The mental imagery I got there of a monkey just like bursting into a man,
Well, I'm just saying, but that's what I'm saying. That's where
it's like,
even if it were to be like this, like if it were to be like, okay, so man or the ape turns into a caveman, because there's those references too. It's like, look at a caveman, and it's like, okay, but motherfucker, where is all of this shit occurring? Because it's like we like go to sleep and then they wake up and they're like, oh, it happened last night. Look at this guy was yesterday a fucking ape, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
When the fuck did that happen?
Put him in line to the DMV and give him a car.
Right? Like, you're telling me we have to wait till what, 10,000 more years? So it has to be 10,000 AD
Maybe.
in order for us to see another fucking ape go into man? Like, I don't get where this hasn't already been studied. If it is happening, if it has happened over time, we would have put one of those motherfuckers in a sterile room and been like, okay, let's watch this. We need to document this for mankind, because this is where we come from. Cool. Let's do that. I am all for doing that. If that happens somewhere, I want to see it, is all I'm saying. Because we are able to see and film a fucking butterfly or a caterpillar turn into a butterfly. Cool. We got that. That is an actual evolution. Okay. And there's other species. But monkey into man has never been documented. And that's all I'm trying to say is where is that footage?
Yeah, I'm not sure I believe in monkeys into man either. Like, if anything, like, we came from an ape-like creature that no longer exists.
Yeah, it's like it's a whole fucking to-do. Like, I'm just like, it's again, no issues with it. Like, I'm not here dying on my flag to it doesn't exist. I'm curious of why haven't we seen it, bro? Like, there has to be some sort of thing that they're not telling us that we're missing here. There has to be a fucking missing link to the story, because why haven't we seen it? That's all I'm saying.
There is. It's literally called The Missing Link.
I know, that's why I said that.
But no, I'm with you. Like now that I really think about it, I want to see a fucking monkey just burst into a caveman. Like, I just want to see it fucking happen. Like, even if it's a movie, someone make this happen. I want to see just like,
For
out of
real,
nowhere, just,
dude,
like, a
for
monkey
real.
fucking
They haven't
explode
even
into a
fucking done
caveman.
it. Yes. They haven't even fucking done it in a movie that I could recall where they go, okay, motherfucker's going to sleep a fucking ape and wakes up a human. Like, ta-da, I'm here, I fucking did it. Like, you know,
Right.
maybe not that fast. Maybe it takes a little more time than that, but still.
Just instantly,
how
just
much
like,
time do you
boom.
need?
Monkey explosion, man, right there. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Like Superman, he just like rips his shirt open. Ka-cha!
I want to see fur fly. Just like, foof, man. It's like, oh, well, son of a bitch.
Right? I will get on that bandwagon when I see that. And I know that there's this whole like, oh, well, religion is all about blind faith. And so why can't you have blind faith about science? And it's like,
I don't think that's in there. Though. That's not in there though.
No, I know. But that's what I'm saying. Like but the whole point of science is to go off of empirical data. So if you got empirical data, motherfucker, one of those fucking empirical senses is seeing it. Why haven't we fucking seen this shit? You got all the skeletons, you got all of this, you got all of that. Okay, cool, that's nice. You haven't fucking proved shit.
Right.
You're just telling me a good story and it all sounds right because the references are there, but motherfucker, let me see it.
Right. Well, I heard on another podcast that the monkeys, they're using stone tools now. Like they're actually creating weapons and tools to try to get out of like the zoos and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, why wouldn't you? Like if you're a conscious creature like monkeys and you have the appendages, right? Like we do. And you are constantly being shown this other creature that looks similar to yourself walk around and do gestures and movements and like you're watching this all day. I mean, why wouldn't you put one and one together? Like, hey, I can get out of this place.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, is there any wonder why monkeys throw shit at people? You know, you just described
Right?
the reason that they do that. They're like, you know what? Fuck this person not in the cage.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, and they've shown like, what is it? Not chimps. Like gorillas. What's her name? There was a gorilla that knew sign language. They taught her sign language. And she would sign to anybody who would come in. And it was this big whole thing. Like, she died recently, I think. Maybe, like, within 5 years or something.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, I mean, if you teach a creature or animal to do something like that, I mean, we can teach birds to talk. I mean, we can teach dogs to obey and hear our commands and you know, perform. And I mean, I don't know if you guys seen like those buttons that they have on TikTok where they have the buttons laid out on the floor and the dog literally goes and pushes one to tell their owner like what's going on.
I think I've seen those.
Have you seen those?
Those are cute. Yeah.
Those
yeah,
are fucking
cute.
awesome.
I haven't seen those, but we, when I was a kid, we actually trained our dog to use her ball to tell us what she wanted. So like we would give her a ball, and if she wanted water, she would drop it in her water dish. If she wanted food, she'd drop it in her food dish. If she wanted to go outside, she'd actually drop it by the front door. Like we taught her, and she fully understood how to do that.
Right. So it's like their animals are very intelligent. That's not to say that they can't develop right into
Mannerism, like
human
like
mannerisms, yeah. But I mean, to actually physically change into another creature it just sounds so off.
Like you see the fucking werewolf movies all the fucking time, motherfucker. You're a dog, now you're human. You got the fuking Twilight motherfuckers bursting out of their shirt into fucking all this
fucking
shit.
skinwalkers. They're skinwalkers, okay? They fucking just transform.
That's a whole nother to do with you about skinwalkers.
No, you don't whistle. Don't whistle at nighttime.
I'm not even touching
and
that.
Don't
one.
even fucking invite. You don't whistle at nighttime because then you're gonna let the skinwalker in. Okay, it's a whole native thing.
And even you can say the same thing about. You could even say the same thing about aliens. How all of that shit is staged. All of that shit is staged.
Right.
And then you have the people that say like, no, it actually happens. But what I'm saying is like, they have the fucking autopsies of the aliens, and so okay, how do they not have the autopsy of a motherfucker mid-transformation from ape to man?
Like, we almost got it. Like, he lost all his fur and his arms shrunk.
You see, the monkey actually evolved into the alien.
Yeah, so we put him in the microwave, and now there's a 4-foot thing scurrying around. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. We believe it still has a mouth, but it might communicate telepathically now, because I don't know what the fuck we did to it. Try to feed it.
You know what?
Try to feed it.
That actually makes so much sense. the monkey evolved into the alien. That's why the aliens only abduct the most ridiculous and stupid people, right? Like, you never hear of, like, someone who's a Nobel Peace Prize winner being abducted, right? Which is probably who like an intelligent alien would abduct if they want to learn something about our species. But no, it's always someone in the backwoods that just, like, pounded a fifth of vodka and woke up with their ass hurting. Like, that's all you ever hear from.
Their ass hurting?
Well, that's because Jimmy seen the opportunity and took it.
Oh my god.
Listen, somebody did some corn shucking, and it wasn't the aliens.
It was a probe, I promise.
That's the story that needs to be told in the clinic the next morning, because I don't know what happened, but my butt hurts. Just give me the cream, Linda. Give me the cream.
Right.
But yeah, aliens are now monkeys that been microwaved.
Dude, that's the missing link. That's the fucking missing link. That's it. We just solved it. There's gonna be fucking statues erected of us making this connection.
Oh my god. I don't want to be erected. Maybe that's why there's cattle mutilations.
Could be.
Because they're going for
I'm sure that argument has been made at some point where we went from ape to alien to man, but still, it's like, corral a fucking ape and wait, like, have your whole lineage is like waiting for this motherfucker to be either abducted or turn into alien or fucking something. And then what if it happens like this? Okay, I got it. What if, so you got the apes and then aliens exist independently, okay? And then they abduct the fucking monkeys and they fucking pop them out as humans.
What?
I have no idea what you're asking there.
You pick up, so you abduct.
I got totally fucking lost.
So, okay, so you abduct, right? You abduct the fucking ape, pick them up, fucking goes into spaceship, and then while they're in their whatever world, then they recreate this motherfucker into man, and then now he's a man.
So where do they drop the fucker? Or do they just
Earth.
impregnate women?
They impregnate the women with this new species, but they have all of these experiments on their spaceship or in their whatever mothership, whatever, something. But like it's like this whole like, okay, we're gonna put you into like you were saying.
Are you saying that the aliens gather an ape and a woman and force the ape to like have sex with the woman to impregnate her?
No, I think it's more like they fertilize, right? They have the human embryo, the monkey embryo, and then they make it human, and then they just inject that shit into a woman, and then it's like, oh yay, I'm pregnant.
That's why you have the fucking probe, because the fucking probe is like a fucking turkey baster. You got that motherfucking just shoving it in there with all this fucking DNA, and it's like, oh, dude, I have a joke for the humans. We're gonna mix their shit up with apes, and this is just now because there was fucking on American Horror Story, you're crossbreeding aliens and humans, and it doesn't matter whether it's a man or a woman. Like you're impregnating a human species with aliens, and it's like they go through these different trials of like, oh, this one has, we still have these weird eyes, or we still have these tentacles, or we still have they have these abnormalities still that it's not human like 100% yet or close to, and then they keep doing these trials until they get it right. And so it could be the same thing here where it's like you have a fucking monkey gene, and then you have a human gene, and then they went through the trials of that, and then now we're humans. That's why we don't see it happening still, because the missing link is aliens being the fucking surrogate, or making humans the surrogate for all this shit.
I am too sober for this shit.
I think I'm actually on the opposite end of that spectrum. I think I'm too high for this shit because I have no idea what you're talking about.
So I went through childbirth pains because of aliens. I'm trying to connect the dots here.
There's an actual name for this. I forget. But so you have the fucking coach. Something something like that, where it's like they're coaching you through it, and so the motherfucking aliens are that to us. They're coaching us through the
birth mother.
Yeah, they're coaching us through the crossbreed of apes and humans, because they're having to incubate us in spaceship with their fucking turkey baster, and now we got people walking around.
So I went up into a spaceship.
Well, it could be basted. Like, so it could be.
It wasn't the roll in the hay with my husband. It got like, I got zapped up into space. See, I would have been like, that would have been a great time.
Well, it could also be.
You would have been able to see if the Earth was flat, right?
Huh?
You would have been able to see if the Earth was flat.
Right? Yeah. See, fuck, like, bro. I would have been up there. I'd be like, no, fuck, there's a curve. Fuck you guys. Like, what are you doing with that baster? Where are you going to stick that? Oh, okay. There we go.
And I'm pregnant.
And I'm pregnant. Like, I could have had that much fun at home. Seriously. Just like quick and easy.
But it could have been, really? It could have been something like from generations down. So once they get the first, so it's like once you get a group of humans, then they're going to have this gene in them to then reproduce more humans, is what I'm saying.
Okay, I see.
So the original link,
but now you're just proving evolution again by saying that the gene is going to pass through them genetically from generation to generation.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not disproving evolution. Like I said before, I'm not disproving evolution exists.
It's just being carried.
The whole original transition has not been made. So I'm really grasping at straws at this point, where I'm like, what if, originally
we couldn't
motherfucker originally the motherfucker was like, we're gonna grab this ape, we're gonna get this woman or whatever, and then or you know what if you had
what if they just grabbed a man? Why does it have to fucking be an ape? What if it was a caveman? He was just hairy as fuck.
But then there's no link to the apes being humans. That's the whole point here. That's the whole problem. That's the whole problem here.
They were human.
Yeah, that's what I was starting to go with it. Is like, what if? Okay, so you got apes, and then you got aliens, and then they just fucking did their stuff, and because apes are DNA is similar to ours, and then you got aliens that seemingly are similar to us too. Then you combine those two things, boom, you got a human, and then now the human is able to then carry the DNA of both.
What if it wasn't apes? What if they were reptilians?
Fucking whatever you want to crossbreed, all of that shit started at some point, and now we carry it, and now we're just reproducing more of whatever gene of strand we have, or strand gene we have.
I don't know. The longer this conversation goes, the more I'm just convinced that it was just a super hairy dude, just
oh my god!
Over generations of shaving. Like the evolution was we just grow less hair now.
I'm telling you, dude. This rabbit hole it goes real fucking deep.
Well, I mean, people that live in colder climates, they are hairier than people who live down in the southern hemisphere. It just could be geological location.
Yeah, but that kind of plays into the whole survival of the fittest thing, right? Where like your body actually like does change to meet the environment.
Right. Although I've never seen a husky drop all its fur in Mexico.
This is true. Maybe its kids will. Maybe its grandkids will, right? Huskies like born there will just start growing without hair.
The dog goes like, "Who have you been fucking? Like, where's my kid at? Like, my grandchildren have no fur. What's wrong with you? What are they, Chihuahuas? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this anymore." All this fucking monkey talk gave me like a whole nother what the fuck.
Yeah, the rabbit hole kind of just like took a massive veer to the left
into a brick
point.
wall.
I'm not sure where it did it.
We haven't even touched on pyramids or Stonehenge, CERN, mermaids, Mothman, or even Pizzagate. And if we do it right, it'll all lead back to the JFK assassination.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, we're definitely going to need to do a two-parter, because we usually tie topics to how they influence society anyway, and that was missed completely. So it's coming.
Splurge.